Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Win with Will. Thank you for joining my channel. We are going to take a look at my week 13 results today from my dividend portfolio journey. Today is Sunday, September 21st, and these are going to be my results updated as of last week, 9/15 through 9/19. So let's jump right into the information. But first and foremost, if you are new to the channel, who am I and why am I here? Well, the reason I started my channel was just to be able to document my progress, starting a portfolio from a small amount and building it up over time to allow people to follow along with my journey and see how things are working for me and see that you can actually start small and work your way up. Also, to show my friends and family how simple it is to start investing. You don't have to have all of the answers and all of the knowledge and a big ton of bank account full of money to get started. So I just wanted to show my friends and family how simple it is to start your investing journey. Also, to teach my kids financial education and to help other parents do the same. You may not know where to start those conversations with your kids, but you can use my channel as a launching point to be able to start those financial literacy educations with your children. Also, to inspire others. If I can do it, you can do it. I say this every week. I'm not anything special. I'm not some type of a financial guru or any type of an investing coach or anything like that. I'm just a regular everyday guy from the south side of Chicago who started looking to work on taking control of my financial future, and you guys can do the same as well. So let's get into more of the information. But first and foremost, we have to go through the legals. I am not a financial advisor. The content shared here is for entertainment and educational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Investing does involve risk. Please do your own due diligence. If you take a look at the things that I'm investing in and you feel like it might be a good fit for you, do all of your check-in and background first before you make any decisions. Don't base your decisions solely on what I'm doing. I'm just documenting my journey to let you guys share along and see what's working for me. Now let's take a look at my portfolio goals. My short-term goal is to generate $1,000 a month in dividend income and to have at least $10,000 invested into my portfolio account. I'm getting closer and closer to that short-term goal. My mid-term goal, $5,000 a month in dividend income and to have $50,000 invested into my account. And my long-term goal is to have $100,000 in recurring passive dividend income coming in and year out, creating a six-figure portfolio earnings income for myself. So I know why we're here. Let's take a look at the money and see how things are progressing. So if you are new to the channel, what you will see here in my results page is that I did start this account with $5,000, and over time I have put in more out of pocket here and there, and I will continue to do so. But out of pocket so far, I've put in a little over $8,000 of my own money. Then from there, the rest is all earnings. So every time I earn money each and every week from the dividend payouts, I've been doing 100% reinvesting back into the portfolio, buying more shares. So we are week 13 now, and this is my results from the week that ended on 9/20. Ended the week with $167.38 in dividend income generated from our portfolio. Total earnings so far is a little over $2,000 from the time I started back in June, which is about 25% earnings based off of the amount that I've invested into the account out of pocket. And the funds that I'm investing in, so all of these except one are weekly paying. So I went with the weekly pairs because I like the idea of being able to compound faster and faster. What we have learned along the way, and what others have talked about, if you go across YouTube land looking into various funds and things like that, is that a lot of times with these high yield dividend funds, that you will see the actual price of the fund tend to go down over time, but you're trading off sometimes the growth of the fund for the consistent income that it's generating. So usually there will be a little bit of a trade-off. You don't get the huge gains from the fund going up, but the idea is, for my investing strategy, is to generate a recurring revenue every single week, every single month of passive income that's being generated from the funds. So TSYY, the first three are all Granite Shares Funds, which is the company that runs these programs. TSYY, which is a Tesla fund. It mirrors Tesla stock in a way. So as Tesla has its ups and downs, so does this fund. So the price will fluctuate up and down. As Tesla's doing better, so does TSYY. As Tesla's doing a little worse, so does TSYY. But I did actually buy more shares this week. I'm up to 445 shares now of TSYY. I've been buying more and more because the actual share price is way down. So I feel like it's a good opportunity to buy while the fund is on sale. So my average purchase price is still up. It was well over $10 per share when I first started out, but because I've been buying more and more as it's been down, my average purchase price is now $9.83. But the current price of the fund, as of the time that I took this recording this video, it was $8.34, so down 15.15%. But this week's payout was 22 cents per share, and because I bought more shares, I was able to earn $97.90 this week from TSYY. XBTY, this fund mirrors Bitcoin. I haven't bought more shares of this since I started, just been letting it ride out. Down 15.68% overall since I've been investing with it. But this week paid out still a nice hefty payout of 40 cents per share. So I made $8 this week off of XBTY. NVYY, which is a fund that follows Nvidia stock, and haven't bought more shares in a while. I'm up to 40 shares with NVYY. This week's payout was down a little bit, but still a really solid payout, 43 cents per share. So I made $17.20 off my NVYY. And then OT, which is my fund that used to be my absolute favorite because it was always steady and consistent. Still pretty steady. It's just been below the $6 range, but the dividend payouts haven't dropped below 9 cents. They were running about 10 cents per share for a really good while, but now for the last few, since the price has gone down somewhat, the dividend payout has been 9 cents instead of the 10 cents, but still solid payout considering that the fund is right now trading at $5.67. And so this week I made $44.28. I have 492 shares of OT. Actually, from last week, dumped most of the earnings into TSYY, and I just had like a couple bucks left over, so I got one more share of OT. So OT and TSYY have been the main two funds that I've been reinvesting in over the course of the time that I've been working with this portfolio. And then Misty, this was not a payout week for Misty, so no Misty payout. This will be paying out next week. But overall, $167.38 this week. Not bad at all. Again, as we can see, gradually increasing slightly as I'm reinvesting and compounding. And then hopefully, eventually, these stock prices, these fund prices, will eventually start to rebound and come back up, so I can get the gains there as well. But as of right now, due to all of the funds being in the red and being below where I purchased them at, my actual fund pricing from based off of the purchase price of all of the funds, I'm down by $1,359.43 with a total value of the actual funds at $8,666.14. But even though I'm overall down off of the share prices, I am still up when you factor the dividends. So I've made over $2,000 at this point in dividend earnings. So when you subtract the loss here from here, I'm still up about $700 overall from the time I started the account. And again, as of right now, the share pricing going down doesn't impact me so much just because I'm in a buy and hold strategy. So I'm not really looking to come off of anything anytime soon. The only one that I may end up coming off of is Misty, just because it's not been performing well for a while. I'm just hesitant to sell it at a loss. So I'm still counting. I just have to do a little more research and crunch my numbers to see if it makes more sense after the next payout to take my payout and potentially sell it off at the loss, because of the fact that I can reinvest those funds and get better earnings, elsewhere. So I'll do the math and crunch the numbers to see if it makes more sense to continue to hold on, or if it makes more sense to sell it at a huge loss. So I don't know. I'll do the numbers and get back with you guys on that. But overall, I'm still pleased with the performance of the dividends, even though the share prices have not, been coming back to where they were when I started out. Some of them have bounced back slightly from last week to this week. A lot of them have gone up a little bit, but overall still have a nice ways to go to be able to get to the break even point with the share pricing. But the dividend payouts are still coming in relatively nice, and I'm happy with the performance of the dividends with these funds. So thank you guys. If you like this type of content and you want to continue to support my channel, please, please, please like, share, comment, subscribe. If you comment on the channel, I do get back to everyone. Even if it's just being a cheerleader, saying good luck, cheering me on, or if you like to talk about the things that you're doing, how you're investing, things that are working for you that we can share with the community. But also like and subscribe as well. It definitely helps get the information out to more and more people. So I really appreciate every single one of you. But next, guys, let's go. If you are a person that's been on the fence thinking about investing, just doing your research, but have not taken that first step, let's get started. You're not going to always have every single thing perfect. And if you're waiting for that, sometimes for people that are doing that, it forces you to never get going with anything, or it basically causes you to delay and delay and delay, and you look up and now you're getting started way behind where you could have been. Sometimes you just take that first step and let the road appear in front of you. So let's go, guys. If you've been on the fence, if you've been doing your research, go ahead and get started with that first purchase. And I always like to leave you guys with a quote. So start where you are. This is kind of talking about what I was saying on the last page. If you don't have if you don't have everything in order, that is okay. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. You might not have a ton of money to start investing. You may have to start small like me. I started with $5,000. Maybe you have to start with $500. Maybe you have to start with $50. But the whole idea is to start. You can't start earning interest and accumulating and compounding your money if you don't put any money into the pot. So just start where you are and what that means for you. And then again, you can always build and grow and build and grow as you go. So I'll always leave a couple of videos here at the end of my updates. You can see my last week's results. They'll be here on the top. And also, if you wanted to go back and look at my deep dive video to show why I went with the various funds that I went with, you'll be able to see that here as well. But again, thank you guys so much for joining and watching today. And I hope you guys have an excellent rest of your week. Bye now.